Alright, what's up YouTube? It's One Way Up here back with another car review. And for this video, I have the 2021 Hyundai Santa Fe. So for 2021, Hyundai did redesign their Santa Fe, and this is obviously the new look in front of you right here. So for 2021, they did redesign the grille. So the first thing you notice right off the bat with the new Santa Fe is the grille is wider, it's bigger. I do like this new design that they have going for the grille and how it stretches from the middle and it runs along to the side right there, which is nice with the chrome. Another cool thing that they did with the Santa Fe is they redesigned the headlight. I do like this two-tone bars that they have going from the top of the headlight to the bottom and how it's kind of separated but still flows and connects really well. Another nice thing about the Santa Fe is that it does have the vent right there, which is actually functional, and it's not a fake vent, which is nice to have because I know a lot of vehicles nowadays are putting fake vents just to make them look sporty, but they are not functional, which is a waste of space. It could use it to do better things, but with this vehicle I do like that vent is actually really functional, and I just like how it looks more luxurious compared to the previous generation, and it just looks better overall. Now this is the SEL trim. So this is the mid-level trim for the Hyundai Santa Fe. The Hyundai Santa Fe starts off with the SE trim. Then there's the SEL, which is this one. Then there is the limited trim. And then after the limited, there is the calligraphy, I believe, which is the top of the line, fully luxurious trim. But this one comes with 18-inch rims, I believe these are. Brushed aluminum, they look really nice. It's a 5-spoke design, but I do like how it looks a little bit sporty and it is two-tone. We do have chrome running along the bottom parts of the door on the side of the vehicle, as long as it's the bottom and top of the windows, which is nice. I do like how the lines flow along the side of the vehicle and it connects to the rear taillight, which flows really nicely together. And another thing that they did with the redesign for the Santa Fe is that they do have the taillight running along the full rear of the vehicle, which kind of connects, which looks more modern. This is a new design that a lot of manufacturers have been going with for their latest redesigns, which is nice. And when you have on the hazard lights, the bottom part of the taillight along the bottom does light up as well, which is nice. But one thing I don't like is the single exhaust on this SEL trim. But this is equipped with all-wheel drive, which is optional on all models, and this is the H-Track all-wheel drive that Hyundai uses. But overall, decent looking SUV. This is Hyundai's midsize SUV, so this is bigger than the Hyundai Tucson, but doesn't have the third row like the Hyundai Palisade, which is their next level up. But this Santa Fe starts at about $27,000 and can run you up to the 40s for the fully loaded trim that comes with this vehicle. So this being the SEL trim, it does have remote start and keyless entry. So I'm going to open the vehicle, give you guys a look at the interior, which is also redesigned and looks very nice in my opinion. And this does look a lot more modern. They're getting rid of the shifter. One of the first things you notice right away from looking at the interior of this vehicle. And stepping in, I do like how their engine start stop button looks really nice. It's a brushed silver and it's a good quality material. Okay, so starting up the Hyundai Santa Fe, let me just get rid of this. It's pretty nice in here. Definitely a lot of Hyundais for 2021 have been going with their button system, so they got rid of the shift knob, and you have your drive, neutral, reverse, park, which is different than what they had before with the old shifter. I do like it. It's a cleaner look, and I do like how its center stack is raised a little bit higher, which makes it feel more comfortable to lay your hand on and to reach these buttons, such as like your climate controls and all that stuff. So I'm going to pop the hood and give you guys a look at the engine. Okay, so opening up the engine on the 2021 Hyundai Santa Fe, they did upgrade their engine from the previous model year. Before it was a 2.4 liter inline 4-cylinder. This one is equipped with a 2.5 liter inline 4, but it does put out about 6 more horsepower than the previous year, so this has 191 horsepower. You can also get this equipped with a 2.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, which puts out 277 horsepower if you're looking for more power. So pretty much with the engine, decent MPGs on this. Power, it's pretty class competitive, but you can also upgrade to get the 2.5 liter turbo if you want more power. Another thing I forgot to mention, as far as the hood, I do like how the lines run across the hood and spread out to the edge, which looks really cool as well. Okay. Okay, so stepping back in the Santa Fe, steering wheel looks nice. I like that there are paddle shifters on it. I don't use paddle shifters as much, but I do think it makes the steering wheel actually look better, and it's there if you need it. Another cool thing about the Santa Fe is that it does come with lane keep assist, so the steering wheel does help keep you in the lane as you're driving. Now, one thing I will say about this lane keep assist is that the steering wheel is very sharp. So with other manufacturers, I noticed with their lane assist, it'll turn slightly to keep you in the lane. But this Hyundai Santa Fe, there's a system that they use is very sharp, and it will turn the steering wheel hard, which you need to be aware of when you're using your lane keep assist. It does have adaptive cruise control, which is really nice that they offer in the mid-level trim. Before, that's generally something you would see on a lot of higher end trims or more luxurious manufacturers, but it's cool that they have it in this vehicle. These are the windows. The front windows are automatic, rear are not. These are the adjustables for the lights, electronic parking brake, button for the lane assist, traction control off, your brightness for your center screen. So this is the SEL trim. Now, if you were to get the limited or the SEL with the premium package, you would get a digital speedometer and RPM meter, but this one still looks pretty good. It looks a little bit sporty with the way the font that they use for the numbers. And as I cycle through the different menu options, you can change your station, go through your basic car information, your timers. If you want your miles per hour to show up on the screen, you have your driver assistance and all that good stuff here. Lights are automatic, of course, which is nice to have. Windshield wipers. And moving over to the center screen. Now, they call this a floating design. This is the 10-inch screen, I believe. You can also upgrade and get a bigger screen if you like, but this screen has, a decent amount of space. Touchscreen works fairly well, which is cool. Easier to use than the Nissan system, I will say for sure, but it does feel, the quality is pretty decent on it, I will say. I was expecting it to feel a lot cheaper, but they did do a good job with the screen and the materials of the inside of this car overall, I must say. Even though it is plastic here, the way that they have it designed and the colors and the way that they designed it makes it not look as cheap as it actually is. So that's cool. Moving over to the biggest change of the car. Climate controls are easy to reach, simple, self-explanatory. Your new shifter is now 4 buttons, and you do have this little knob here if you want to change your drive modes. So you have comfort, smart, which is obviously going to be saving gas. You have a snow mode and a sport mode. And as you change the modes, the screen does tell you what you're going into, which is cool. This does have heated seats, but you will get ventilated seats if you opt for the higher level trim. And this does have an interesting design when it comes to cup holders. So one cup holder is here and the other cup holder is in a different compartment, but they do have a USB port up here if you want to use your Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. And in the premium trim, you do have wireless charging where you can just put your phone right there and it'll charge, which is nice. Moving down to the bottom part of the center stack, you do have some nice storage space down here where you can put like a small bag. It does have one 12-volt power outlet and the USB port on the other side for your passenger. Coming back here, you do have a nice soft center armrest, which is nice. The button looks nice, doesn't look cheap, which is good. And then you do have compartment in the middle, decent size. You have a tray for smaller materials, like I got some keys and the wires in there, and more storage down there. So overall, decent job with this car. If you don't need a third row, I would definitely go for this over the Palisade and just get a higher trim level for the Santa Fe. I would recommend at least the SEL Premium if you're looking to pick up a Santa Fe, or you can just go with a lower level Hyundai Palisade if you're within that budget for it. Seats are cloth, but you do have the option to get leather. And over here you have an extra compartment. I do like the button though for the glove box. It is nice silver running along the outside of it. Not the biggest glove box, but not really going to be putting that much stuff in there. Now they have gotten rid of the sunglass holder, so don't know why they did, but I wear glasses. I like to put my glasses up there, but other than that, I do have other storage options for that, which is nice. Now opening up the door, we're going to go to the back seat. So you do have this beep every time you exit the vehicle and you don't have the key in it, which can be annoying, I must say. Okay, so sitting in the back of the Santa Fe, I must say that I am very impressed with the headroom. This is my first time sitting in the back of this vehicle, and if I sit straight up, I do have, I would say, 4 or 5 inches of headspace, which is really nice to have, and space as far as my knees. Good amount of space. I'm 6'3". Sitting back here, I feel very comfortable being a passenger in this vehicle. Window adjustments over there. In the middle, you do have your rear vents, which is good to have with this vehicle, and 2 USB charging ports, which is nice. You do have 1 pocket on passenger rear seat. The back is plastic, but it does make it easier to clean if you was to get some scuff marks or food on it. Now we'll be showing you guys the trunk of the vehicle. So the trunk is not automatic, which is a bit of a disappointment, but opening up the trunk, you do have a good amount of space for sure, and the seats are 30-40 folding down, so you need additional space. Fold that down, and there you go. You can fit a good amount of things back here in the trunk of this Hyundai Santa Fe. Alright guys, so that concludes my review of the 2021 Hyundai Santa Fe. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.